Hello, everyone. Welcome to Angie's Drama Room. I am your meeting host, Angie, where I do drama reviews on all things drama, focusing mostly on Asian dramas. And I know I normally would do these on my midweek roundup. However, I didn't have time to get it out. So I'm doing it right now. So it's a somewhat semi midweek roundup because it's not technically midweek. Um, so so I'm going to break it down to Korean on dramas, and I'm going to break it down to Chinese drama. So the first part is going to be Korean, then come back and you'll see my second part, which is Chinese. So for right now, we do have our Korean dramas. Again, if you like any of my episodes or my shows that I've been doing or in my dramas, I appreciate all my subscriptions. Just subscribe, and then and that way you'll get my reviews. So for Korean dramas, I have My Sweet Mobster. Then I have Miss Night and Day, Crash, The Glory, and A Typical Family. Okay, so what I do is normally with my midweek roundup, I do talk about shows that I'm either in the middle of watching, I stop watching, or I finish watching, but I'm not necessarily going to do a full review on it. And so this is a combination of a little bit of both, of all three of those things. Right now, I'm in the middle of watching My Sweet Mobster and Miss Night and Day. I have done a first impression of those two shows. So if you want to go back and watch that, go ahead and you can jump on in and watch those. Basically, My Sweet Mobster and Miss Night and Day is a romantic comedies, or it's just a comedy. So it is funny, it's slapstick, physical comedy, and there's a lot of humor. I was surprised. I was told if you get from My Sweet Mobster, if you get past episode 1, just get past it. Then the other episodes kind of fall in and you'll really enjoy it. And I was surprised. And yes, I stopped short of the episode 1. However, yes, I did get past the first episode because that was one of the YouTubers to say it. And by episode 2, 3, and 4, it was very funny and it was very appealing. So I really do enjoy it so far. Miss Night and Day, I wasn't going to watch it. However, I was surprised because I kind of didn't like really where we have an older version pinned against a younger version. However, it's considered like a body swap type of show, but with only one body. But the comedic timing on Miss Night and Day is very funny. So it was very good. The older version of her, of the female lead, she is very, very good. She can carry a show. Okay, just basically what I say. She can carry a show. Then there is Crash. Now this is a Korean drama. It's about they call it TCI, it's a traffic crime investigators. If they investigate traffic accidents or anything that deals with anything dealing with crime in traffic, traffic. So that's what they do. Our female, this is, okay, so if you're thinking that this is going to come in and this was going to be a romantic or some type of interest, there wasn't. However, the male lead on here, he's been doing a lot of rom-coms lately. He has done, I'll just put a list of the things he's done. And so I enjoy watching it. That's the reason I kind of really enjoy watching it. So I did binge watch it. And it is what it is. They just solve traffic crimes. And our male lead is very good in this. Then you have The Glory. Now, I know it's been out already. And I said, you know what, I think it's been over a year now. And I was like, you know what, I hear about it. I've seen a lot about it. So I'm a very sympathetic person. So that's the reason why I didn't want to watch it, because I would probably just be like, I'll be really upset, okay, hurt and crying. I can't watch this. And I really don't know what to say. It is a very emotional whirlwind. If you have not seen it because of the same way that I've done it, I kind of wish I didn't see it. The director, the writer, the cast, the whole cast from when they were teenagers to when they were adults, they acted they were very, very good. Okay. However, again, if you are if you are triggered on certain things, I can see why people will say when they were hurt, it was hard for them to watch certain people. I get it. But however, with the glory, if you were part of any violence, any sexual assaults or domestic violence, I would probably steer away from this show. Because it literally, that director literally puts you in that situation. I'm like, oh my gosh. So was it a good show? It's kind of hard to say based on what they were presenting. You know, I can't say if it was good or not. But however, it did the direction, the writing, and the cast was impeccable. So again, for a warning, yeah. Then there was Midnight Romance in Hagwon. I stopped watching. It wasn't that I was watching it and I'm like, this is interesting because it reminded me of a show called Something in the Rain or Something in the Rain. I believe that's the name of it. And sure enough, I looked it up. It's the same director. I'm like, oh, okay. So the directing style, but however, this one is a very slow burn. I mean, I get slow burns like Something in the Rain, but however, it still made me want to continue to watch because Midnight Romance in Hagwon is a very slow burn show. Where I stopped at middle of episode 4. And the only reason why I stopped is because it was actually okay. What happened was it's a younger male versus older woman type show. And the younger male, the male lead in here, he wanted to become an instructor because the female lead was an instructor of a cram school. And where I guess back when he was in high school, she used to be his tutor. And so now I guess he decided to quit his job, become an instructor at the same cram school that she's in order to get closer to her, which is fine. I had no problem with that. But however, you got to realize when the storyline comes in, I mean, I really didn't care too much about their strategic planning when it came to how to advance their careers or advance more into the cram school. It didn't really appeal to me. But if I'm quite sure if you continue to watch this, the male and female lead on here was very good when it came to the chemistry. So if you want to continue, let me know. If you continue watching it, let me know what you thought after episode 4. Then we have Atypical Family. I stopped watching the first episode. I couldn't get past the fat suit. I probably would have continued. I probably would have like, okay, you know what? I get it. Basically, it's about a supernatural family who lost their powers, I guess you want to say, because of certain illnesses or something that happened. So that the one about the girl who was she was bulimic. One of the family members was bulimic. So they ended up, instead of maybe getting someone who's a little bit more plumper, a little bit more heavy set, they put her in a fat suit. Okay. But when it came to, again, I was like, okay, you know, I probably can get through that. However, it was weird. It came weird when she owned a fitness center and there was a trainer who was coming in, and she was going to try to get hired in at this fitness center. She comes in holding a bag of chips, downing a bag of chips. And the trainer is looking at her, you know, and it's like, I couldn't get past that. Then I said, okay. Then she owned a liposuction clinic. and she's trying to sell liposuction. I get bulimics. Bulimics are what is a bulimic? Bulimic basically means they binge eat, and they usually try to throw it up so they won't gain weight. Okay, so I did see this show called My Venus. Hello, My Venus, or something. My Venus. Um, so she had an issue with thyroid. However, they padded her, but they didn't put her in a fat suit where, of course, her face everywhere else. They didn't do that, and she kind of still went on. And so she had to get her thyroid in shape, better, because that's the reason why she was gaining weight. She was very thin when she was in high school and very popular. So when she came, when she got older, that's when they found out about her thyroid issue. So that one I watched, and I really enjoyed that one. But this one, I just couldn't get past it. I'm quite sure it was probably a very good show. And then the female lead in it, who saved one of the family members from drowning or whatever, it was kind of, I didn't know where they were going with that. Was she there to? I mean, it was like almost instantly. Oh, they were like really trying to get this girl into the house, and she, So again, but again, I stopped watching first episode. So those are the Korean shows that I have watched. I have stopped watching, or I am still in the middle of watching. Let me know what you thought of these shows. Leave me a comment. Thank you for all the subscriptions. Please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Media and Journey.